reach into your heart and Allah is always there. You are never alone. You are never alone. Through sorrow and through grief, through happiness and peace, you are never alone.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hello and welcome back, dear friends, to your warm program Family Issues again in another episode. And it makes me so happy if you accepted me to be, as I say always, your friend, your helper, or your counselor, family counselor, or technical support unit. This program is my technical support unit for the family to help you to find solutions to your problems, psychological problems, problems related to bonding, related to member dynamics in the family. Actually, we are, in these series, are planning to build a new family in a good way. So all the episodes are focusing on how to choose your spouse, how to build a strong new family, the building blocks of this, and if marriage occurred and if the event became a true fact on the ground, how to manage, how to solve problems, how to care about this great and very important system in life. Actually, we like to speak so many times about these types of relations. We deal all with these factual things in our lives, like the decision of marriage, the decision of delivering a child, the decision of divorce, unfortunately, if it happened, how to do, even if you are going to do this, how to do it in a healthy way or a proper way. Please never hesitate to give me your suggestions. And by the way, I'll give you the telephone numbers of the program and our email. Our telephone is 002-038555-248 or 249, and the website or the email, is familyissues@huda.tv. Correctly understanding the way men and women think and feel differently doesn't ensure that a relationship will be free of problems, but it does assure or assist us in lovingly finding a solution to these problems. These are the words of John Gray, one of the famous writers or authors who wrote about marriage and relations and romantic relations between men and women. Actually, it's true. By love, you can choose, and by love, you can continue. So, therefore, why I'm insisting in more than 2 or 3 episodes about the issue of choice and the issue of building blocks to a new family, because it's not kidding. It's maybe the only fact in our life to choose someone correctly and to save so many problems, because nowadays we see so many relations that end, unfortunately, in a very sad way, and the children affected by this suffer, and the community accordingly is going to suffer too. It's our pleasure, of course, to meet so many of the guests who are either specialists or are passing in the stages of preparing his family or her family and how to plan. So we ask people, we meet people to see their experiences, to see the ways they think and the ways they plan. Actually, our guests are not usual guests. They are guests that who are experienced, who are having so many good things to tell us. Once I read a book which was published in the USA about marital relations and so on, and I found it saying that not less than half of all marriages end in divorce. This is astonishing, and this makes people sad. How come? Is this due to failure in the choice, or is this something that is related to the fate? Many questions are asked in this issue. Well, disappointments are inevitable. I mean, sooner or later you are going to face problems in marriage. This is a fact. A marriage is not a trip or a hobby that you are going to perform. Maybe if you looked to marriage as if it is a system that is going to have managerial problems related to financial issues, related to social issues, related to health issues, maybe this is more better to look for marriage as a project, but not in the other way. Maybe if you find it in the good way you were hoping, this is well and good. But if you didn't find it in this way, do not get surprised. But have a way to solve it. Therefore, love helps in this case. If you are faithful, if you are loving the spouse you chose, I think solution will be more easier. Most of the time, the partners think of their planned marriages as if they are going automatically to have complete love, great sex, wealthy life. All problems are going to be solved. Every moment is going to be full of fun. This is not factual. This is imaginary. No, actually, in everything good in marriage, there is another thing that is going to make you trained to be stronger, because it's not an easy company. Marriage does not guarantee all these things. Well, as I told you so many times, this program actually tackles the issues that are related to how to make a better quality of life for the kids, for the spouses, for everyone in the family, and as I said, accordingly in the community. There is one point that I want to raise just before we meet our eminent guest, which is the difference. What's the difference between love and friendship, or between love or having someone to love, and of course accordingly to be your wife or your husband, and the relations, other types of relations, for example friendship? Well, actually friendship and love have maybe 9 or 10 things in common. Number one, enjoyment of the company. When you are having time with your friend or with the one you love, you are going to feel that you are enjoying this time. Maybe you are going to forget that time is over and you have to go to somewhere. This is a sign that you are loving the one, or you are caring about him. Number two is acceptance. We accept our friends and we accept our lovers, of course. They accept us and we accept them. We trust them and they trust us. We respect them mentally. We respect their mentality and they respect our mentality. There is mutual respect between us. There is mutual help. If I need it, he helps me or I helps her. We feel with our friends natural, spontaneous. We do not need to cover our words or to make introductions. We get directly into the conversation or the dialogue. These are general characteristics for friendship and all people we trust, including lovers. But actually love, and I mean here when you choose a spouse or someone you are going to connect with, you can add 2 other important groups of feelings. Number one is the passion group. And the passion group actually includes, number one, fascination. Fascination. It's not necessary that when you are passing time with a friend of yours that you feel fascinated with him, that he makes you forget anything and forget everything, and just you are thinking in him and you with him alone. No, this actually doesn't happen in friendship. This only happens and exclusively occurs in the marital relation or those who love each other. If you want to know if this person is suitable for you to be a spouse with you, I think being fascinated is very important. Another thing is, as I said, exclusiveness. You don't feel this except with that person, not with everyone. And this makes us go to the last point in passion group, which is sexual desire. About men, of course, when they see another, or when they see a woman, they get interested. They maybe have some sort of sexual desire. But when you are in love with someone, it's not just sexual desire. It's a mixture of being fascinated with him, and you want to keep life with this person. It's not just a relation, a physical relation. Another group of feelings is the caring group. And I mean by caring group is that, of course, everyone cares about his friend, but actually the type or the degree of careness between lovers or spouses is a bit higher, to the degree that you want to give him help, you want to give him the utmost of what you can do just to have him healthy and happy. Another point is to defend him. This is what we call advocacy, to be the advocate of that person. Even sometimes, unfortunately, if he's wrong, you defend him. You say, no, she said so and so and so. She didn't mean that. She means so and so. You are trying to explain why she said so, or she is explaining why he said that. This means that you are caring about this person. And caring is one important component of love. And this is a bit different from friendship again. All of us defend our friends, but not to that very hard degree or this strong degree of care. This means that you are in love with this person most probably. However, when we see spouses or partners who are not accepting each other, who are different, who are having differences in their standpoints of view between each other, it happens. But we have to have a fact that these differences, whether they are a way of attraction, as before, you know, in the beginning of any relation, the marital relation, you find that these differences are something good. It attracts you to her and attracts her to you. But when days go on and the marriage starts and the wheel drives and you find yourself drawn in responsibilities, you try to complain from these differences and you say, why? I like this, you like that, I want to see this now, this TV program, she wants to see another program. I don't like this way of cooking, she cooks in the way you want, but still you refuse. It seems that it's some sort, it goes into the way of enmity in spite of going to the direction of love and the direction of romantic relations. So, of course, this raises so many questions and issues. Therefore, I think the topic in this episode actually is going to tackle this more and more. Maybe in the previous episode with Dr. Yahya, if you remember, those who saw the previous episode, we were speaking about how to plan, how to choose the spouse, and how to sit together and hear the ideas. She hears you and you hears her. But the point is, now, again, we are trying to revise this and try to reassure that choice, good choice, is the title of a good or a healthy marriage. Sometimes due to the bad choice or due to the bad way of choosing, or the wrong way of choosing the other spouse, you find what I call it, a pathological marriage. And sometimes divorce is something that is healthy to solve the problem. So, actually, I think I'm about to get into the other segment of the program and to meet my eminent guest today, who is Dr. Islam Hussam. He is a surgeon, young man. He's a young surgeon in the beginning of his life, and he is, of course, busy in his operations and his trainings and his studies and so on. So I think we have to see what are we going to discuss about this with him, but after we go for a break and go to the other segment. Thank you.
You are never alone. You are never alone.
You have questions that bother you. What about issues of concern to you? Would you like to share things on your mind with us? Are you interested in solutions based on an Islamic perspective? Please join me live in Meet Your Advisor every Friday at 9 p.m. Mecca time, here on Huda TV.
Allah is beautiful and He loves beauty. So is it logical to say all plastic surgeries are lawful in Islam to bring or to regain beauty? It is very misleading questions. Need a very accurate and firm answers. Let us set up the rules and principles to cover all plastic surgeries in Islamic law. How Islam does legalize niqab or veil factor in our modern life? Is it fair to suggest that it is more cultural than it is Islamic? I would rather to answer these questions by just suggesting very shocking fact about niqab. Are you ready for that? How Islam does legalize polygamy when Islam always says that respect natural instinct and natural feelings, and knowing that not a single woman does accept anyone to share her in her kingdom. All what you have said is true. But is there any difference between your natural instinct and your natural desires, or maybe between your interest or what you wish to have, or maybe your interest and other interest? Is it true that anything came after the Prophet ﷺ regarding this deen to be considered as a bid'ah, innovation? It's neither this nor that. It seems very well complicated and confusing to many Muslims, especially when it comes to the saying of the Prophet ﷺ, وَكُلَّ مُحْدَثَةٍ بِدْعَةٍ, and Sayyidina Umar saying, نِعْمَةُ الْبِدْعَةُ هَذِهِ. Let us set up the very comprehensive definition of bid'ah according to Islamic law.
Learn Arabic.
As everyone knows, today Arabic is considered as very important, very significant language. How can we produce the sound, the state of voicing, place of articulation, and manner of articulation? So in Arabic, the words which are written are pronounced.
We will learn how to write and pronounce Arabic letters correctly in depth. Explanation via board and presentation with many other important factors.
We have today more than 300 million people speak Arabic language. Not only in the Middle East, but you can find a lot of people speak Arabic language in Asia, Europe, North America, and in South America.
What are you waiting for? Grab your notebook and pencil and stay tuned for Learn Arabic at Huda TV.
You are never alone. You are never alone.
Welcome back again to Family Issues. Actually, this episode is actually tackling the point we were speaking about the previous episode. It's the building blocks of a new family, launching a new family. As I said before, to fulfill the goals of our program, which are namely solving the problems related to family structure, related to any relation problem between two members of the family, or even problems in the plan, problems in the management of the life. All this is in this program. Therefore, indeed, your suggestions and your participations are very important up to becoming honorably one of our guests here in this program. We are ready to meet you in Family Issues. And by the way, tonight we have one of our dear friends, the eminent special guest, Dr. Islam Hussam. He is assistant lecturer of surgery, general surgery.
Yes, general surgery.
In Ain Shams University Faculty of Medicine, and he's having the membership of the Royal College in Surgery. So it's our pleasure and honor to meet you.
No, thank you.
Before I start with you, Dr. Islam, I just want to tell you the telephone numbers in order to receive any phone call. Our numbers are 00202 38 555 248 or 249. Again, we are speaking, Dr. Islam, about building blocks of a new family.
Yes.
Let me first ask you the first question. Do you have something special in the future you are planning to, in your spouse or the one you want to connect with? Regarding the degree of the beauty, the personality, the degree of religion, and so on. Do you have special characteristics?
No, but there are some basics that shouldn't be forgotten while choosing the partner of my life.
Yeah.
Okay. Starting by the religion, I think this is the first point.
Okay.
As our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that the woman is married for her beauty, for her money, family, and for her religion, which is the best.
Yes.
So I think this is the first thing that the one should think of, and this is the base upon which all of the family is going to be built.
Okay, so some people regarding this point say they insist on that the other partner should, for example, be learning by heart, for example, 2 or 3 parts of Quran or Bible, whatever the religion is.
Okay, it's a good thing, but I think this is not very
important. It doesn't contradict with
No, it doesn't contradict.
Okay.
She should be religious, that she prays, she know God very well, she do everything right. For me, it's not important to be wearing the veil.
Yes, that's what I was going to ask you. The appearance. Some people, you find them, their appearance is completely religious, but the inside is a bit different, and vice versa.
Yes. Yes.
You of course prefer the one. You can
not always the look of the woman indicates her
what's inside.
Inside. Yes.
Yeah.
Some ladies are wearing the veil, but they are their characters are not Islamic.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. But others are not wearing that, but are very good and excellent in this part.
Okay.
Okay. So this is not the issue.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is not.
Yes. Yes. For me.
By the way, the beauty.
Yes.
What about the beauty? Is it
of course, anyone wants.
Of course, no one is going to marry someone who's
yes, yes.
But to what limit? I mean, she has to be very beautiful or average or what?
There are degrees.
And why?
Yes, there are degrees.
Yes.
But you can see someone and say that she is beautiful.
Yeah.
And another one see the same one and she doesn't look that for him.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's some sort of personal variation between one and the other.
Yeah.
Okay,
but
I'd like her. Yes, I'd like her to be a little bit pretty or taking care of herself.
Yeah.
This is more important for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Of course, the first look is yes. You can see someone and take an impression from his look.
Yeah.
And this is very
first
good.
impressions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd like this.
You think that this helps marriage to go on? Beauty, if you choose her beautiful, this has something to have a relation with the marriage itself, in the continuity of this marriage.
This may be the start. No. There are many issues are taken in consideration during the marriage.
Yeah.
The shape or the look.
Yeah.
The whole look is only in the beginning.
Yeah.
At the first, you are interested in her look.
Yeah.
But as long as you are married, you are not interested in this part exactly.
Yeah.
There are many the way she manage her home, the way she look after her children, the way she deals with you. All these things are more important than the look.
Okay.
Yes.
Let me have this telephone call from Huda from Egypt. Assalamu alaikum, Huda.
Alaikum wa rahmatullah.
Yes.
Can I have a question, please?
Of course, please.
First, thanks God it's not me, but my friend's husband has a girlfriend, and she's so miserable and so sad. And when she tells him, I'm going to have a boyfriend like you, he tells her, no, of course, I'm the man and you are the woman.
Yeah.
I just want to know why men give themselves the right to do a lot of things and doesn't give to the woman they fear.
Well, okay, Huda, that's...
They are both human.
Yeah, of course. Well, let me answer this question, or just to start the answer, and let Dr. Islam joins me in this. I think, of course, the cultural factor has a role in this. I mean, maybe in the Eastern...
Yes, Orientals as a whole. Yes, Orientals as
Orientals, yes.
Orientals. This is not accepted to see the boyfriend and girlfriend like this.
Yeah.
But for the woman, she should be straightforward, because you know we are Orientals, so this matter is very important for us.
Okay, she's saying, why you take the right for yourself? You say, I can. If of course we don't accept this in our countries and in our communities. Maybe this is more acceptable in the Western, but the idea of girlfriend or boyfriend or so. But if you accepted this in this community, most probably Dr. Islam is going to accept it for himself, but he's not going to accept this for his sister, for example. Why? Is this right? That's the question. That's the question. Why do we accept this for us as males? However, for females, it's completely a taboo. As I said, maybe to start the answer, I say it's of course her right, and I believe that everyone, every single creature, not just human beings, has the right to do. If you give yourself a right, you are going to give it to the other. However, in my standpoint of view, I'm not speaking about boyfriends and girlfriends, but this doesn't mean that, for example, a wife and a husband, that a wife will give herself all the rights of the husband, because you are not me. It's not
it's competition.
It's not a competition.
Yes, not a fight.
Everyone has his own role, and
yes.
everyone is suitable for his
yes.
Yes.
Regarding our religion, the man can marry 1, 2, 3, and 4, but the woman should only marry one man.
This makes them furious about this point. However, it's true in Islam.
Yes.
I'm not going to get into this so much, but again, I want to ask you, Dr. Islam. By the way, are you going to choose your future or wife to be by yourself, by your head, or by the first question, by your head or by your heart, by your feelings or by mental points?
Yes. Yes, from my point of view, I'd prefer to start by my heart first, then to be guided by my head.
By your heart?
By my heart first, then to be guided.
I didn't expect this from you as a surgeon. Most of the surgeons, think by their minds.
But all of us are people and have feelings. Okay? If the marriage is built on love, I think it will be much better than be built on thinking or something's strict and straight. Emotions is very important.
Are very important, of course, but doesn't this isn't it contradicting with what you have said before, that the first impression or the first look, which is usually a function of those emotional people, not mental people, when they, for example, are fascinated by seeing someone, and he say, well, the first impression, I like her, or I love her, and I'm going to marry her.
Yes.
This is different.
Maybe I can see someone, and then I say that I'm attracted for her.
Yeah, attracted.
Okay? Attracted.
That's the
word.
This
is the first expression that I can say. First, to start by attraction. Then the personal communications will let things to be relevant for me. Yes, about the personality and other things. Okay. Yes. First, attraction is the first step, then to be continued by the others.
Well, this takes us to the next question, which is, Dr. Islam by himself is going to be responsible for the one who is going to choose by himself, or his mother or his parents, or a saloon way of marriage, or traditional way, or you insist on getting in love or to be connected with someone by your experience, by yourself?
Okay. I have to repeat the same words. It's better for me to choose the one I like first. But if I failed, why not? I can look for the choice of my parents.
What do you mean by you failed?
Yes.
How you are going to? You mean after engagement, for example?
No. Before.
Okay.
Before I can find the correct person that I'm going to continue my life with. If I didn't find that, so I can look for the choices of my parents. Okay, and then to have some meetings and to know the personality of the others. And there are many steps. You are putting the one in front of you in an exam, so you are going to give him a mark. If she doesn't get the correct mark, you are going...
this word exactly, I want to give a comment about it, but let us at first answer Nafisa from Nigeria. Assalamu alaikum, Nafisa. Assalamu alaikum. Nafisa with us?
Salam.
Alaykum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Nafisa, we are hearing you.
How is what? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please. Go on.
Okay, please.
Do you have a question?
To make
If you are having the TV or the radio, please close it if it's open.
Can you? Okay, my husband wants to have three.
Wants what? Your husband wants what?
In Islam, is it allowed for couples to stop giving birth just like that, or I don't know? I just want to know if you.
Please, Nafisa, repeat the question because I didn't hear it exactly well.
Okay, I said I just want to ask a question, and then I said my husband wants to have like maybe 2 children or 3.
Yeah.
And I would like to have more.
Yeah.
So I just want to ask, in Islam, as couples, can you stop giving birth just willingly if you want, or can we agree on the number of children to have, or is haram?
Yeah, I understood your question. Well, there is another program actually, Nafisa, for this. Maybe I can share with you some points, but actually Ask Huda. Ask Huda is a program that it's better to ask in this religious part. But I think Dr. Islam, by the way of Nafisa's question, she's saying that her husband wants, for example, 2 children only, and she wants more. Yeah. The idea of the number. By the way, let me ask you, do you as a surgeon, putting in your mind or in your head certain number of children, and do you think that if your wife wants not to deliver a child, for example, in the first year or first 2 years, let us live our life?
No.
Why?
No.
Why?
Why to put plans for the number of children and the beginning
I'm not, of course,
delivery?
asking from a religious point of view,
Yes.
but as a desire. I mean, for example, you are having steps, you are having a plan.
Why not
you want to make your postdoctorate,
okay,
you want to...
Yes, for me, there is not any problem in having a child in the first year. But maybe for someone else, he may be working in somewhere or having duties that hinders him from having children in the first year.
Yeah.
But for me, it doesn't matter.
Okay, if you are faced with such a problem.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean the difference in the opinions, you and your wife.
Yes,
she doesn't. What are you going to do in this case to solve this?
Yes, we have to talk.
Yeah,
we have to talk first, and to find a solution.
Yeah.
Yes, we have to find the solution, or to get to a midpoint between me and her. Yes, and this is done all over the marriage, not in this point only. Yes, we have to reach a midpoint.
Can you change your opinion? If you sat with her and you discussed whatever issue like this issue, Nafisa's issue, and you can she can persuade you to change your mind.
Yes, if she could, it's okay.
Okay.
But if I persuade her, it's okay.
But you're not strong-headed, and you're
not strong-headed.
Yeah.
Yes. I have to persuade her, or she has to persuade me.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Okay. I have a short story. Not a friend of mine, one in my clinic came, a young woman. She was recently married, and she said, I want a divorce. They've been married for just 4 months. And they went to the honeymoon in the Far East. And when they went there, they went to a place, very beautiful place in scenery. Other friends got young people dance and eating and going here and there. And he was sitting reading a book about surgery, by the way. And he was a surgeon too, unfortunately.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. And suddenly, she says, he suddenly began to sleep and to fall in the book. She was greatly disappointed, and she made a quarrel that time. And when they came back to Egypt, they were Egyptians, she was surprised that he's having, Dr. Islam, his own rituals, his own routine. He goes at the morning to the hospital, makes operations, then goes back to home, have lunch, and go back in a shift, and goes then to friends to play with them something, and come back home to eat and sleep. Maybe have some TV programs. She became crazy. So I want you to tell me your opinion in this problem.
Yes, of course.
But after we get the break, we are going to have the answer from Dr. Islam. Be with us.
You are never alone. You are never alone.
Why righteous companions? It is Islam that given us the sense of dignity. I love all of them in a way that you cannot imagine. That Umar ibn al-Khattab radiallahu anh would say something and the Quran would come down matching what he said. والسابقون الأولون من المهاجرين والأنصار والذين اتبعوهم بإحسان رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه. Just compare what you did for Islam with just one of them.
Dear viewers, Hoda programs can be watched in the English section of the in-flight entertainment directory on board all Saudi airline flights, domestic and international. Sit back, relax and enjoy watching Hoda's entertaining and enlightening shows on your trip. Hoda wishes you a safe and successful journey. Hoda, a light in every home. Islam Unveiled.
Who is God? Who is the Lord of Muslims? Whom do Muslims worship? And the fifth pillar of Islam was to perform pilgrimage to the ancient house of God, which was built by the angels first, then reconstructed by Prophet Abraham, peace be upon him, which is located in the most holy city on earth, that is Mecca. So we believe in those books as they have been mentioned exactly in the Quran. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, have been receiving the Quran on intervals, segments by segments, chapters by chapters, parts by parts. It took 23 years for the Quran to complete its revelation. You claim that the Quran is not the word of God. How could you convince me that there is only one version?
Dr. Muhammad Salah will cover issues related to Muslim worship, creed, books, and much more. So stay tuned for Islam Unveiled.
You are never alone. You are never alone.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome back to Family Issues. This episode is about building new blocks in the family, starting a new family. And we had a question with Dr. Islam Hussam, who is an assistant lecturer of general surgery in the Faculty of Medicine at Ain Shams University in Cairo, which is one of the most famous and eminent universities in Egypt and maybe in the Middle East. Islam, we were speaking about the story I told you.
Yeah.
The woman or the young lady who was disappointed from her husband, who was also a surgeon. He disappointed her so much. He get his book in the honeymoon and he was reading it. What's your comment about this?
I think he's wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, he has duties towards her that should be done, and she should take her time in his schedule.
Yeah.
Not all the life is working and going to do surgery or to read.
You surgeons, I know that you are busy.
Yes, we are busy all the time, most of the time.
So how you are going to solve this problem in the future? To balance your work with your home life?
Yes, this is personal variations. Everyone has to organize his life by the way he like.
Yeah.
Okay. For example.
Yeah.
I was a member in the national team.
Yeah.
Of karate, and I played international
international
championships, and now I'm an international judge
You still
of karate.
ongoing?
Yes,
in
I'm
this?
still. Yes,
Well, that's
I'm still,
marvelous,
and
that's
I
marvelous.
got that license in the
Really?
last World Cup that was in Serbia the last year.
Yeah, really, I
Yes.
like this.
So
much.
by this time, I'm still busy in my work. I'm still busy in my researches, and I'm busy also with my sport
Yeah,
that I like.
yeah.
Okay, so I have to
So how
find.
are you going to balance this?
Yes, I have. Yes, this is the way the person. I think if one wants to do something, he will plan for it to be done.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
If you have a target and you want to reach this target, you are going to plan and do what you can do to reach it.
yeah,
But it's not, if it's not in your mind or not interested in it, you're not going to do it.
yeah.
Okay. So I think he is wrong, and maybe she's mistaken that
But
she didn't help him.
Yeah.
Yes, to change his mode of life, or to keep him interested in her.
Yeah.
I don't know what happens.
Well,
then.
you know, nowadays costs of life are so much high, and day-to-day living is to be earned is not that easy. So the man was reading in order, of course, to maybe to improve his level of skills in surgery or so. I know that surgeons are very accurate and meticulous, so he has to read and read and read. I don't know how this is going to be organized, but what I can understand from what you say, that it's a matter of time management.
Yes, it's time management.
Time
of course, you're not busy all the 24 hours.
Yeah.
You're busy most of the 24 hours.
Well,
But in
believe me,
between,
nowadays, most of the people are so they need another 24 hours. Really, I think so.
Of course you can.
Yeah.
But if you, this is an example about
Yeah.
me. Yes.
Yes.
So at the time of residency,
Yeah.
yes, at this time,
You had to study
yes,
so much.
I have to study so much, and I'm at the time being, I couldn't believe that I was able to match
Yeah.
between karate and
surgery,
medicine.
for example.
Yes, yes. While I was a resident, yes, I was practicing in the hospital,
Yeah.
in the break. Yes, because I like this.
Yeah.
In my break,
Yeah.
I practice.
Mm.
I practice karate.
Yes.
So if he is interested in her, he's going to do whatever she wants.
Yeah. That's true.
I think this.
Okay. Let me say, you surgeons again are, as I say, meticulous, tidy, I think, organized. The way of choosing your spouse, the way of managing your life, the way of planning your marriage, does it differ from a surgeon from an artist, from a teacher? I hear usually you are meticulous.
Mhm.
Do you think does this have to do something with the
With
way
my
you
choice?
choose? Yeah, you are that meticulous.
Yes, a little bit, not that to that extent.
She has to have her.
Her eyes
for
are
example,
blue,
yes,
yes,
for
and
example,
her
about
hair.
about the beauty, she has the
Uh-huh.
eyes and so and so, and she has to. Okay, let me answer Simone. Simone from Australia, Simone Farouk. Yes, hello, Simone. Assalamu alaikum.
I've got a question I would like answered actually.
But yes, but please raise your voice, please.
Sorry about that. My husband has recently married another wife after 15 years of marriage. And
Yes.
naturally this is a very hard test for me to handle after having 5 children and building a business together and me leaving my country to come here to live with him. What I'm asking is why people don't talk about this subject more to help us lovely women deal with this instead of, like me, wanting to run home to Australia and start a new life with somebody else. We really need help in trying to accept this and deal with this and make a life. You know, we can't look at our husband the same way as we used to naturally, but if we can try and just live with him and look at him as a provider instead of someone to give us love, and I don't really know what to say or ask, but I think you know where I'm coming from.
Simone, you felt traumatized from inside when your husband connected with another one?
Of course, it's devastating, absolutely devastating.
Yeah. You have children?
I have 5 children. I have
5.
2 from his previous marriage.
Yeah. Yeah. Your children now know that your husband, their father, married another one?
I made him tell them yes. He did it behind my back, unfortunately. He's been married for 6 months and I only just recently found out.
Do you love him, Simone? Do you love him?
Do I love him? Look, at the moment, I can't really say that I do. I'm still hurting too much. But I still respect him as the father of my children, and he has been a relatively good man to me.
Yeah, yeah.
But loving him at the moment, no. I think I'm more hurt, to tell you the truth. I'm not at the stage. I'm praying, I'm making dua, I'm doing the right thing to try and heal myself. But when I look at him, I physically want to vomit, and this is the truth.
Vomit. Okay, let me ask you the last question. Why didn't you ask divorce? Is it financial issues?
Because I have 5 children.
Yes. Yes. Thank you, Simon. That's the point I didn't want to get into, but maybe Islam, you said, Islam makes us, or it's of course not prohibited to have more than one wife, but I think this is according to some conditions. Now this case, I think, and every woman and every man has his dignity and has his own life. Mm-hmm. The woman says that she is traumatized from inside, and she felt that she is insulted. Mm-hmm. First, I want to know your comment about this story.
Yes.
Do you agree about this, or you refuse it? What's your opinion?
I think he should balance between both.
Okay.
But
she refused the problem,
yes,
the idea from the very
balance.
beginning, and she says now she's giving in her children with full conscience, mm-hmm, and now therefore she feels some sort of trait, and she looks at him, she feels nauseated.
This is her right. She's a human being, and she has feelings.
What's the solution? She has 5 children. She's just living because of these children.
Yes, of course. But I think I'm not.
What's wrong? The man is wrong. What's wrong?
I think he should have told her before he is going to marry the other one, and take her opinion about that, and see what she was going to do.
Yeah.
Yes, everything should be planned properly.
Yeah.
I think planning is very important.
Yeah.
But if there is no plan, everything is going to be collapsed.
Well, let me add to your words, Dr. Islam, 2 things. One, to the man, I don't know, the father of these kids, he has to psychologically try to make a link with his wife. I mean, he does everything. His responsibilities are done. But the psychological element to relieve this pain, if he could. If he couldn't, I don't know. But to be fair, everyone in this life has to have his own good quality of life. The woman,
definitely.
I hope that this is another message to the woman, to Simone. Do not be depressed, because these are fates in life. But try to acclimatize or adapt yourself in this. I know you are fighting, but try to find something that interests you. Try to find, life is full of things that you can interest yourself in. And to reach the degree of vomiting when you see him, this means that you are not adapting well. Shortly, I'm answering this shortly, but promise you, maybe in the next episode I'll tell you something about this. Last question, Dr. Islam, I want to ask you is, do you, are you going to have a doctor also? Your wife should be a doctor?
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
Yes.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if
she has to be like you in all your habits, or she has to be different, or it doesn't matter. Differences and similarities.
It doesn't matter, but I should accept that. I should accept her as she is. Maybe we can complete each other. I don't have something and she has, it's okay.
Yeah.
But I have to accept her as she is.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter she is similar for me or different for me.
Yeah. Well, I find myself grateful to all this. Maybe it's very short conversation, but it's very profitable to me and to the viewers. Dr. Islam, thank you very much. Dr. Islam is Assistant Lecturer of General Surgery in Faculty of Medicine at Ain Shams University. Thank you very much. And let me tell you, the next episode most probably will be, I don't know if you want to proceed in this stage of preparing. Well, let us say that most probably next episode will be starting the event of engagement. Engagement, this is the next episode most probably. And I promise we'll have Dr. Islam with us in other episodes. This is a promise from you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Inshallah. Let me tell you our telephone again, our email, sorry. It's family issues, one word, family issues, @huda.tv. To end with, or to close the episode, we have to say that choosing is not an easy task. And now we had a guest, Dr. Islam, and he told us from his point of view that he is thinking and he is, of course, searching. Most probably, most of us, when we get to this step, we search accurately to find our other half that is going to connect with us. So, to end with, I want to have a conclusion or a summary of this. Matching is very important, and expecting differences is also a very important thing. And let me tell you, if you are already married, you have to sit and write these similarities between you, or let me say times that you joined together and you were happy, times of joy, and think about it and try to make it, or try to put a plan, you and your spouse, how to repeat this many times in order to get back happiness to your family if it's lost. Thank you very much, and I hope to meet you in the next episode on air, Family Issues. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
You are never alone. You are never alone. Through sorrow and through grief, through happiness and peace, you are never alone. So now, as you long for your past, prepare for your future, but knowing nothing's gonna last. You see, this life is but a road, a straight and narrow path to our final abode. So travel well, O Muslim, and paradise will be your home. And always remember that you are never alone.